Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today is your city administrator, Chad Brecklin. Chad, welcome back to the show. How you doing, bud?
Good, Jeremy. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Sorry we couldn't be together today, but we'll get back together real soon in person. But we are going to be talking about a few things. First off, we'll jump right into a referendum update. Depending when you're seeing this, we are taping here the 8th of August, so I want to put it out there because timelines are everything in this project. But if you give us an update of kind of where we're at with things and what is going to be coming up here in the near future.
Yeah, so as we've talked about several different times on the Talking Fitchburg program with you, Jeremy, the Common Council has been considering the possibility of an operating referendum since June of 2023 through a variety of different public meetings that have taken place. And our most recent meeting that was publicly available was the July Committee of the Whole meeting, in which staff identified more or less the options that were available, as well as the dollar amounts that were available based upon the community survey feedback, as well as feedback from prior conversations with the Common Council. And ultimately, at that meeting at the end of July, the Common Council provided direction to staff that they were seeking a referendum of approximately $3.6 million. That would have 14 positions added in the city, as well as a number of other items that I'm happy to discuss as we get a little bit deeper here into the conversation. And we'll be looking for anyone who's interested to share public comment, both at the August 13th Common Council meeting and the August 27th Common Council meeting, both of which are held at 7:30 p.m. and comment will be accepted during the public comment portion of the agenda right near the top. And what you'll see is a resolution with a question that would appear on the November ballot with the operating referendum being referred out at the Common Council meeting on August 13th. That then would come back to Common Council on August 27th for action. And I'm happy to talk further about it. Why don't you let me know where you'd like to go?
No, I think we're off to a good start here. There'll be more to come and plenty of opportunity for public comment as we continue through this. If it was to be put and voted on for a ballot purpose, when would it be on the ballot for people to vote on in the future if it does get approved?
The November 5th election is when that question would be on the ballot. And if the Common Council does elect at the end of this month to move forward with the referendum, as you mentioned, there will be obviously additional information provided on the city's website. We already have a landing page to talk about the referendum planning that has taken place so far. There are a number of meetings that would be available to stream on FACT TV to allow people to also get up to speed on the conversation. And then we would be looking to have community information sessions in September and October as well.
Yep, and we'll get all those dates out there as soon as we know the approval is coming up. But again, you can go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov, and check out the referendum page with questions and just kind of the timeline of where we're at with things. And Chad will be back on this show to update you next month on where we're at, and we'll continue to pass on information through all of our platforms for information. Sticking along the lines in the finance world, we'll go right into the operating budget. Staff's already turned in their budget, so to speak, and so we're kind of working through the process as we speak. But what does the budget process look like going into next year?
Yeah, so as usual in our typical budget development process, our department heads have recently submitted their 2025 operating budget requests. And just as a reminder for those who are listening, the operating budget covers the day-to-day operations of city functions. We're talking largely, 60 to 65% of the operating budget is people. It is you and I and the police officers, firefighters, highways, streets maintenance, parks maintenance, library, senior center. The list goes on and on and on, and I know I've missed a number of specific departments, but ultimately it funds the operational activities of the 200 or so full-time employees and the 75 or so limited term or part-time employees and their day-to-day operations. So those worksheets have been submitted. The finance department and administration are currently in the process of reviewing those submissions, and will be having department head presentations the week of August 12th, I believe it is, where we'll be meeting with each department head to go over their requests for 2025. And then we'll also have a secondary follow-up meeting with those department heads that will include Mayor Harada Frada as well to go over their operational budget requests. The mayor's budget comes out, I think, right around September 9th or so. It might be a little bit later, maybe like the 12th, but somewhere generally speaking in that vicinity. And then, of course, there'll be an opportunity for members of the public to comment on the operating budget through 2 public hearings in the fall. And then, of course, alders will have the ability to submit amendments to the mayor's proposed operating budget as well. So lots to come on that. We're in the initial phases of developing the 2025 operational budget. And that budget, just for clarification standpoint as well, I know we had just talked about referendum in the previous topic here, but the operating budget for 2025 will be developed as if there is no referendum either approved by the Common Council to go to question to vote on the ballot, or if there is a referendum vote on the ballot that fails. This budget will be developed as if there is no referendum funding available. So it is certainly tight, and we'll do what we can to make those requests from our department heads work. But at the end of the day, it is highly unlikely that new positions what I should say is additional staff being added. There could be a reclassification here or there, those sorts of things, but those would ultimately not change the overall employee count in the city, whereas the referendum is the only avenue available for us to increase the operating capacity here at City Hall.
Awesome. I appreciate you sharing that. I know it's a lot of information, but we'll remind folks as we work through this process too, as a referendum, and kind of break it down so people know kind of where this does end up, because it definitely is crucial depending on both outcomes. Final adoption is November 12th, and that should be after the election, so certainly we'll know more as we go on, but we'll be transparent as we can as getting information out and breaking this down as we get closer to those dates. All right, 2 more items for you here real quick. First off, the tennis courts at McKee Farms Park opened up, looking awesome. Chad, we got to get out there and play.
Yeah, the construction there is just wrapping up. There's still kind of those punch list items that need to be taken care of, but I am happy to say that after a long project to completely redo those tennis courts at McKee Farms Park, they are available for public play. And this project started late last fall with the original demolition of the old courts. And then they were rebuilt and reconstructed through the spring and most of the summer here this year. We know it's been an inconvenience for those who have been interested in playing tennis here in the community, with having 6 of our courts out of commission, so to speak. But we are hopeful and optimistic that they will really see the investment that was made in this particular set of courts, in so much as it has one of the higher quality playing surfaces that can be placed on an outdoor tennis court. We looked at a number of different options that were available for a playing surface for this particular project, and talked to a couple of neighboring communities here in Dane County who have ultimately went with the surface that we're going with, who have been very pleased with it. So get out there, get those tennis rackets, and let's put those courts to use.
Absolutely. You play tennis, Chad?
No.
No. Okay, shut down. All right, finally, government week. You do work in government, so you're here. So we got you on this one. We're putting on our first government week here at the city of Fitchburg at the end of August. What an opportunity if you have your sons and daughters interested in learning a little bit about what you do, Chad, you're on the list, right?
Well, I'm not sure anybody wants to follow me around to a variety of different meetings each and every day. I mean, maybe it might be entertaining to at least, or maybe entertaining is a bad word, informative as to the number and variety of meetings in which I participate in and the topics that those cover. But at the end of the day, this is a great week that's coming up here at the end of August. This is an initiative led by our Human Resources Department. Sarah Olson, Sarah Mason Myers, Amy Tracy, and our HR intern, Sarahi. And this is an opportunity for youth in our community. I believe it's middle and high school aged youth that can participate in an entire week or even simply one day or multiple days of the Youth Government Week. And through this program, participants will be exposed to a variety of different functions of the City of Fitchburg local government. They will see things like public safety operations, human resources, interaction with elected officials. The list is quite extensive that the human resources team has put together, and I think it really provides a very nice, broad-based exposure to a variety of different functions of local government. Of course, all with the idea of exposing youth to potential future careers in local government. And there is sign-up information available on the city's website. There is no cost to participate in the program, at least as I recall. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy. And there is transportation available for those who may need it as well.
Free lunch, transportation upon request, and accommodations accepted. We're here to get anybody and everybody involved. Chad, Fact TV is kicking things off because, the power of television. I mean, so I'm just saying, like, you could stop in and say, hey, like, hey, you future journalists we got library too. So, we're kicking things off the right way. But it's going to be a great week. And, yeah, I don't think unless you actually, like, come down to City Hall and really kind of get into the weeds that you really know what's going on behind the scenes. So I think it's quite a cool experience, and a lot of people I think will find some pretty vast interest in the different areas. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Chad, appreciate the time as always. We'll look forward to catching back up with you next month.
Sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you.
Thank you.